little fox.
The Adventures of Pinocchio. Chapter 5. Pinocchio Gets Schooled.
Pinocchio was so happy he couldn't sleep. Tomorrow was his first day of school. He thought about the wonderful things he would learn. When the sun came up, he jumped out of bed, grabbed his new book, and ran off to school.
Bye, Father!
He shouted. Pinocchio talked to himself happily as he walked.
Today I will learn to read. Tomorrow I will learn to write. And the day after tomorrow I will learn math. I will be so smart. I will be smart enough to get a job and earn money. I will buy Father a new coat. It will be a beautiful coat of green silk with diamond buttons. He was very kind to sell his coat for this book.
As he talked to himself, he heard music in the distance. He walked toward the music and saw a crowd, a brightly colored tent, and a large sign.
Ooh, I wish I didn't have to go to school today. This looks like so much fun,
complained Pinocchio. Already he had forgotten Geppetto's coat.
Excuse me,
Pinocchio said to one of the villagers.
What does that sign say?
Why? Can't you read?
The villager asked, laughing.
No,
said Pinocchio, embarrassed.
It says Fettuccine's Marionette Theater, 4 lire. The show starts in 5 minutes, but you can't read. You should be in school.
I don't want to go to school,
Pinocchio cried.
Do you have 4 lire I can borrow?
Pinocchio was embarrassed to beg, but he really wanted to see the show.
I have 4 lire,
the villager said.
But it's not for borrowing. You have to sell me something.
But I have nothing except my clothes and this book,
Pinocchio cried.
Then I'll take your book,
the villager said. He knew the book cost more than 4 lire. Pinocchio took the money. Pinocchio ran inside the tent. The flute and drums played a new song. A few marionettes were brought out to dance.
Hey, they are wooden boys just like me,
Pinocchio said excitedly. He ran to the stage to look closer.
But wait, they aren't real. They are dancing with strings. I can dance better than that, and I don't need strings or a hiding man to pull them.
Pinocchio jumped on stage with the marionettes and shouted,
I am the amazing Pinocchio!
He danced and twirled and jumped and flipped. The crowd laughed and cheered.
Yay, Pinocchio! You're the best puppet ever!
Suddenly, the music stopped. A man came from behind the stage and grabbed Pinocchio.
The show's over, folks,
he said.
If you want to see the amazing Pinocchio, you have to pay for another show.
He pulled Pinocchio behind the stage.
Help! Help!
Pinocchio cried.
Please help me!
Pinocchio was scared of this big man with the angry voice.
You are mine now, little puppet. You will make me a lot of money. A puppet with no strings. Ha!
The man began to imagine the piles of money.
Please, sir, I'm Geppetto's son. I need to go to school. Please let me go,
Pinocchio begged.
You? Someone's son? And a schoolboy? Ha! That's a good joke. We will leave town so Geppetto can't find you.
The big man locked Pinocchio in a cage. He hid the cage under some blankets in his wagon.
Now no one can find you,
the man said, laughing. He packed up his tent.
Oh, Father, I'm so sorry,
cried Pinocchio.
Please save me! I want my father!
The Adventures of Pinocchio. Chapter 6. The Great Escape.
The marionette master packed his wagon quickly so he could steal Pinocchio and leave town. Because he was in a hurry, he threw his money bag, tools, and tent in a pile on top of Pinocchio's cage. As the wagon drove on, the heaviest bags fell next to Pinocchio. By now, Pinocchio had stopped crying, though he was still very sad. He felt the wagon bump and jerk, but could only see bags.
I wonder what's in these bags.
He thought.
There must be something here that will help me escape.
He stretched his arm out of the cage as far as it would go and opened the first bag quietly. He reached his hand into the bag.
Oh, this bag is full of coins. There must be 100 lire in here.
He pulled some of the coins into his cage. Much to his surprise, the coins weren't lire. They were pure gold.
I'll be rich! Now I can buy Geppetto a coat. Oh, but these coins won't help me get out of this cage. I must keep looking.
He was careful to move quietly. He reached into the second bag.
This bag has too many different kinds of objects. I can't tell what any of these are. Let me pull them out one by one. A whistle? No, that won't help. A spoon? No, that won't help. A book? No, that won't help. Some matches? I have an idea.
Pinocchio waited for the wagon to stop. Quickly, he took the book, wrapped it around his leg, and lit the book on fire. Then he threw the match into the wagon.
Help!
He shouted.
Fire! I'm on fire!
The marionette master heard Pinocchio cry for help, and he could smell something burning. He ran to the back of the wagon and began to unpack quickly, trying to find the fire. When he reached Pinocchio's cage, he grabbed the cage, unlocked it, pulled Pinocchio out, and covered his leg with a blanket so the fire would stop.
Look! There's more fire!
Pinocchio pointed to the wagon.
Oh no! My tent is on fire!
The man screamed, and he hurried to put the fire out. While the marionette master was trying to save his tent, Pinocchio snuck out from under the blanket and ran into the nearby woods. By the time the fire was put out, Pinocchio was long gone, but he could hear the man yelling in the distance.
No, wait! Pinocchio! Please come back! I will make you a star!
Pinocchio ran and ran and ran. But no matter how hard he ran, nothing looked familiar. Pinocchio stopped running and sat down on a stump to think.
I'm lost!
He cried.
I can't find the village and I don't know what to do. Oh, someone please help me!
What Pinocchio didn't realize is that there are many creatures in the woods. Some are honest and good, and others are greedy.